Garden Arena. Once again, our Twitter poll: who will win tonight's event? Tweet your vote to PBC on Fox. 72% going with Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, 28%. Tonight's odds provided by Fox Bet. Back to the ring, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the fabulous MGM Grand Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Innovate Motors, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Twin Peaks, Eats, Drinks, Views, and Fashion Nova, the #1 Googled fashion brand in the world. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. Introducing our judges at ringside: Tim Cheatham, Glenn Feldman, and Dave Moretti. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's time for the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue trunks, fighting out of St. Peter's Boxing Club, and hailing from Clearwater, Florida. He weighed in at a ready 146 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 29 wins, no losses, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight in his 6th world title appearance, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the longest current reigning welterweight champion, the hard-hitting, acclaimed, and undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing Keith one-time Thurman. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over, wearing white trunks with multi-color trim. As the distinguished boxing senator, he is fighting out of and proudly representing the Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 146 1/2 pounds. Truly one of the renowned idols of boxing today. His record stands at 61 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his 28th world title appearance, here is the icon of the sport and future Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome boxing's legendary and only 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and only Manny Pacquiao. And now introducing our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, Manny, Keith. Trunks are good on both sides. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I would caution to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch them up.
All right, here we go from MGM Grand Garden Arena. Sold out, over 14,000 on hand. Manny Pacquiao in his 71st professional bout. Keith one-time Thurman, unbeaten at 29-0, 22 wins coming via knockout. We are underway. Round 1, scheduled for 12. Keith Thurman placed 3 bets on himself to knock out Manny Pacquiao in the 1st, 2nd, or 7th round tonight.
That's a tall order. One thing about me when I was fighting, I never bet on myself. Although I was very confident in myself, but I never bet on myself.
What do you expect early, Joe Goosen?
Well, you're seeing what you're getting right now. Manny Pacquiao came out and he threw a right hook and he missed it, by a half a mile, but just landed a nice straight left hand on Thurman. And Thurman started pressing, and there he goes. He's starting to cut loose. I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth action here with some good shots landed by both guys in these first few rounds. Because one of them wants to make a stand. They both want to make a stand and to assert their dominance over the other. So let's see who gets away with what. That's a good right hand by Thurman right there.
And I was expecting Thurman to come out a little bit moving, but he's
standing his ground, right?
Yeah, he's standing his ground. He's waiting to see what happens. And I thought he was going to be more aggressive in this, but he didn't. He's not coming out aggressive. He's just watching, trying to get used to Manny Pacquiao's rhythm.
Ooh. That was a nice right hand, but Pacquiao comes right back.
Most of the trash talk came from Keith Thurman in the weeks leading up to this bout. Pacquiao said, "I'm motivated the more he talks. I want to prove something to him." There's a nice combination by Thurman.
That was a nice right-left right he threw. Thurman did against Pacquiao, but Pacquiao, he's smart and he's been around and he knows he's going to try to get everything he gets touched with. He's going to try to get it back. Good right hand by Thurman. He looks really confident tonight, Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman's coming out with the power punches early.
Final minute, first round from Las Vegas. Look at the punches landed, 10 by Thurman so far. Pacquiao at 6.
Ooh.
Bit of a smile from Manny Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman!
And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. And Manny Pacquiao moved in with his legs and his hands and caught Thurman backing up. Thurman thought he could back up quick enough, but he wasn't quick enough to get it out of the reach of that punch.
Thurman knocked down late in round 1.
Pacquiao threw that left hand to the body and that right hook right over the top that he's used for years.
Yeah, that was a flash knockdown. That was a wake-up shot for Thurman.
Sure was. Boy, Pacquiao still has it at 40 years old. He's still fast, he's still quick, he's still powerful.
And here's Manny Pacquiao coming through, moving quick with those legs, throwing a combination punching, catching him on the way back with his hands down.
All right, here we go. Look, there's Pacquiao. He's rushing in right there, boom. And there's the hook that dropped him, but preceded by a straight left hand to the belly. The Pacquiao's used that tactics many, many times. Now Thurman wasn't probably terribly hurt. It was, like you said,
Thurman landed 12 punches in round 1. All were power punches. And then Pacquiao with the late knockdown of Keith Thurman. More chance of Manny from this sold-out crowd in Las Vegas.
Thurman landed a nice little body shot along the ropes that Pacquiao shook his head, saying no, it didn't hurt. It may not have hurt, but it was still a nice shot by Thurman.
And then we saw that smile from Pacquiao just before the knockdown.
Yeah, I got to tell you, when Pacquiao starts moving those legs very quickly straight at you, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because that's it like that, right there. That's where he does it best. He catches you off guard with his quick feet and hands.
Pacquiao looks very quick right now.
Can you imagine at 40 years old still bringing this type of game to a young, strong champion that's never been beaten?
He will turn 41 in December. He told his trainer, Freddie Roach, "I feel like I'm 22.
Well, Thurman just turned southpaw for a second, and they both threw hooks, and Thurman's landed right there on Pacquiao. So this is a little switch right here. Thurman going southpaw, switching back to right-handed again.
Midway through round 2, scheduled for 12. Pacquiao with a knockdown of Thurman in round 1. Another good right by Pacquiao.
Those were blocked by Thurman. He closed the gap. He just put his hands together, and the straight punches were blocked.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that by Pacquiao throwing the punches.
Punches and bunches.
Yeah, and from the other side, if a judge is looking at that, he's going to think that Pacquiao is scoring points on that.
That's true, but the good thing is that Thurman isn't getting hit with it, so he's not getting debilitized by Pacquiao. So he's able to keep the pressure up. He's got to keep his hands up against Pacquiao. Pacquiao has a great move he makes. He hits you with that straight left hand of the body, and then he goes upstairs really quick. Before he even pulls his hands off your body, he's throwing that hook. So it's always best to keep Pacquiao moving backwards. And this is what Thurman's trying to do right now.
And that's what Thurman told us. He said, Manny's strength is punches and numbers. My strength is counter-punching and accuracy.
Quickly.
Joe, from a trainer standpoint, what message would you have given Thurman after round 2?
Well, I think what he's doing right now, I think if you keep Manny backing up, you're better off than having Manny come forward on him. Because not only will he come straight at you, he'll eventually end up on the side of you, and you don't know where he's at, and he'll hit you from the side, and then he'll end up on another side of you. He's really magical on his feet, and he's done it to so many guys and beaten so many guys that way. But if you can keep him off balance and keep him going backwards, I think you got a better chance than Manny coming forward on him.
Also, when Manny throws his combinations, I think that's a better time to catch him and throw punches because he leaves himself open.
Yeah, but he's so fast, and I don't disagree, but he's so fast that he's liable to sneak something in on you. I think you got to be really judicious about what you throw against Manny and when you throw him, because he throws so many punches. Maybe the first 2 miss, but the third one's going to hit you.
61 career victories, record of 61, 7 and 2. A professional career that began in January of 1995 when Keith Thurman was 6 years old. Oh, big right by Pacquiao, stumped Thurman.
And that was just a jab. It was a good stiff jab. He's really stepping in hard on that front foot, and that jab's following it and really did stun Thurman for a second.
Nice combination by Pacquiao after Thurman had him up against the ropes.
Well, Pacquiao's inviting him in. Yeah, he's really not trying to get away. Did it again. Thurman tried a sweeping right hand, and that really missed. Didn't touch Pacquiao, and Pacquiao decides to come off the ropes. Pacquiao's controlling. Remember I said somebody's going to try to take dominance in this fight, and it's Pacquiao right now. He's dominating every round.
Final minute of round 3. Kenny Albert, Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen, Heidi Androl. Coming to you on pay-per-view from Las Vegas.
There's 2 nice body shots from Thurman right there. He's just got to not do that occasionally. He's got to do it most of the round. Good combination by Pacquiao when he comes forward at you.
Down to 30 seconds. Right jab by Pacquiao, and then Thurman comes back. Couple of body shots by Thurman. Time winding down in round 3, scheduled for 12.
Very much, Kenny. Freddie, you said that Manny Pacquiao had the killer instinct back, and you loved that he was upset coming into this fight. What did you tell him going into this round, and what have you seen thus far?
Go after this guy, throw your combinations. You're too fast. I told Manny he's too fast. He's too quick for this guy. Go after him with your speed. He's doing great.
Thanks so much, Freddie. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Freddie saying Manny is Too fast for Keith Thurman. Beat him with your speed. Freddie's so confident he placed a $5,000 bet. Pacquiao again, the aggressor.
See, what Pacquiao's doing right now is giving him different angles, giving Keith Thurman different angles, so when Keith Thurman thinks he's in front of him, he's not, and he has to readjust.
That was a nice little left hand by Thurman right there, but Pacquiao threw 2 sets of combinations with 7-8 punches in each one, and he was buzzing around Thurman like a bee, and, you know, he's just impossible to keep your eye on. He's everywhere, and then he mixes up his combinations top to bottom, left to right. He's really, this is why he's such a great champion. But Thurman is still in this fight right now.
And Thurman's loading up for that left hook, so Manny's better be careful because Thurman's looking for that left hook.
Where I am, and then I try and win the fight in the championship rounds 9 through 12. Heidi Androl is with Thurman's trainer, Dan Birmingham.
That's right, Kenny. Dan, you know, we talked in the fighter meetings, and he said the 5th round is where you guys start to make adjustments. What did you tell Keith Thurman coming into this fight?
Just to be smart, not drop his hands inside, and work his body, try to slow him down.
What did he say to you? I saw him and whisper something to you.
He said yes, yes.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Guys?
All right, thanks very much, Heidi. This is round 5, scheduled for 12 from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Pacquiao had the advantage early over the first couple of rounds.
Good right hand.
Has come on. Caught Pacquiao with a right.
Well, Thurman's doing the right thing. He's pressing Pacquiao, not letting him get those quick feet off on him and the quick hands. And if you keep Pacquiao on the defense like he's doing, he landed a good right hand through him. And this is his round so far. I wouldn't back up a bit off of Pacquiao if I were his coach, telling him to keep the pressure on his hands up. That was smart, because you don't want to drop your hands around Pacquiao.
We saw another strong right from Thurman, and then the comeback. The response by Pacquiao.
Thurman's nose is bleeding a little bit. That's going to affect his breathing a little bit down the line.
Yeah, he's got his mouth open. That's never very good. You're right.
Here's Keith Thurman's wife, Priyana, attending her first boxing match. They met in Tokyo, married in Nepal. Rooting on her husband here in Las Vegas.
Boy, Thurman walking straight in. He's got his hands up and elbows in, but Manny's still threading the needle, coming right up the middle. A little left hand, right uppercut. He did that twice to him. But Thurman's coming right back.
Yeah, Thurman should come back, especially after Manny comes to his body. He's not really throwing any shots back. That's when he should swing around with that left hook.
Got 30 seconds left in this round, and I got it pretty even. Somebody's got to make a move here to really win this round clearly. There's a nice little move by both guys. Boy, Thurman's face is really starting to show the effects of Manny Pacquiao's power punches.
It sure is. Blood streaming down on both sides. Time winding down in round 5.
Thurman just reacted very badly to that last series of punches, and Pacquiao's really taken charge in this fight. And look, at the end of that last round, Thurman was really unsteady walking back to his corner. His face is a bloody mess. They're having a hard time keeping that blood from flowing from his nose. You know, he's got to really step it up and do something drastic to even this up. I don't know if he can do it, though. Manny looks so darn good. Who would have thought at 40 years old, and just after all these fights, he'd still have this type of energy and vibrancy and power. It's amazing.
Couple of right jabs by Pacquiao. Premier Boxing Champions returns to Fox on August 3rd. Thanks for joining us tonight on both Fox and pay-per-view. Midway through round 6.
Nice right counter,
Exactly. Keith Thurman. There's Floyd Mayweather in the front row. He beat Pacquiao. Unanimous decision here back in May of 2015. And tonight Pacquiao matches Mayweather with his 15th fight here at the MGM Grand.
I'll tell you what Mayweather's thinking right now.
Right.
These guys can't beat you. I'm going to come back and beat you and show the world I can beat you and how it's done.
Well, it goes to show you how great Mayweather was. He totally diffused everything that Pacquiao's doing here tonight in his fight with him. It's pretty amazing to think about that. As good as Thurman is, you know, this just looks like it's a total domination by Pacquiao.
Yeah, I mean, Thurman's not even stopping the jab right now. He can't even see the jab. It's too quick.
Thurman knocked down by Pacquiao back in round 1. Oh, left by Pacquiao, and then Thurman able to duck away. "20 seconds remaining in round 6.
You know, Keith's nickname is one time. I don't know if he's got one shot that could actually hurt Pacquiao.
Well, the only shot that can hurt Pacquiao is if Pacquiao puts his hands down or keeps his hands down and he gets caught on the chin.
Champions in the welterweight division. Earl Spence Jr., Sean Porter. We've heard from both of them earlier in our telecast. They will get together on pay-per-view in Los Angeles Staples Center on September 28th.
Boxers don't usually do that.
Well, we're at the halfway point right here, and I think it's so far been all Pacquiao. And, you know, Thurman came out hot and throwing some nice combinations, and then he takes his foot off the gas. I think he's got to give a good 3-minute effort for the next, you know, 6 rounds here and try to win this half of the fight. Or else,
right by Thurman.
You could tell Pacquiao wasn't happy with that. He realized he made a mistake and he touched himself in the head.
Yeah, Thurman slipped a left hand by Pacquiao and came back with a nice sharp counter right hand.
And then we saw another sharp right from Thurman.
These are the things that Thurman has to do to be able to...
For 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, to cope with what Pacquiao's doing right now. He's got to develop something that works for him.
Midway through round 7.
A nice jab by Thurman, and then a lead left hand by Pacquiao, and now this exchange here. So they're trading punches. Oh, good right hand left hook by Thurman. And Pacquiao laughs. It's pretty amazing.
As they were separated by the referee, Kenny Bayless. Another smile from Manny Pacquiao.
See, if Thurman does this, gets through his combination, then moves away, Manny Pacquiao's going to get a little desperate.
Well, I don't know if he's going to get desperate because he's so far ahead right now. In my mind, I think he's far ahead. I think he's won the majority, if not all, the first 6 rounds.
No, I'm saying his reaction when he gets hit, he doesn't like it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's like, oh, I'm
In with our unofficial scorer, Marcos Villegas.
Yeah, Kenny, I got this fight tightened up a little bit. The last 2 rounds I gave to Keith Thurman. He's doing a good job of pushing Manny back, keeping him occupied, mixing up his offense both to the body and to the head. He has a good momentum right now, so let's see if he could keep on building on it. One thing he can't do is he's leaning back a little bit too much with his hands down, and he might get caught with something from Manny.
So Marcos has given the last 2 rounds on his scorecard to Keith Thurman. Look at punches landed. Very close. Referee Kenny Bayless calling them to watch their heads.
Kenny Bayless, one of the great referees of all time in Las Vegas. He's been on the job for decades and has been in all the biggest fights. He knows what he's looking at, and he's staying out of this fight for the most part, which is what a great referee does.
Told Thurman to keep his punches up about 20 seconds ago. As we hit the midway point of round 8, Kenny Albert, Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen ringside from MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Right jab there by Thurman.
Couple of nice right hands by Thurman. He's got to keep the pressure on. See, he needs this half of the fight. Good left hook by Thurman, as a matter of fact. But, you know, if I'm breaking this up into two parts, I give the first, good count. Both countering each other. I give the first half of this fight to Pacquiao, whether he lost a round or two here or there. He won the first half. Thurman has got to win this half of the fight.
Well, we told you about Thurman's philosophy. He breaks it down into rounds 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12.
Pacquiao's got such a great feel of what he needs to do in a fight, and he knew, and I'm sure he knew, and his corner knew he lost that last round, and I'm sure they egged him on, hey, don't lose another round like that again. Get back into this fight.
And again, we see the blood coming out of the nose of Keith Thurman.
Look at that, left hand by Pacquiao and a counter right uppercut by Thurman. They're both so quick that it's hard to keep track of what they're doing.
Yeah, Pacquiao, when he throws his punches, he doesn't stay there to admire his work. He's out of there.
Yeah.
He's showing you a different angle.
Ooh, that was a little miss, but there, that one he's looking for it twice, and he found it the second time a little bit, and the third time.
Time winding down here in round 8.
Oh, Thurman coming on good at the end here. This could steal the round for him.
Errol Spence Jr., IBF World Welterweight Champion, unbeaten, 25-0. Will enter the ring against Sean Porter in Los Angeles on pay-per-view on September 28th. Our upcoming schedule inside PBC Boxing on FS1 on Wednesday, and then great night of action on Fox from Brooklyn August 3rd. And then Omar.
He may have pulled out that round just by that last flurry in the last 10 seconds.
And Thurman's been throwing that right hand in a couple of rounds. It's like a sneaky, quick right hand. Anytime he sees Pacquiao making the move, he just throws it.
It's a little lead right hand, yeah. And I want to give credit where credit's due. Both corners are working really well on staunching the flow of blood. You got Mike Rodriguez in Manny Pacquiao's corner and Carlos Vargas in Thurman's corner, who's really doing a good job. That's a tough nosebleed to stop, but they're doing a pretty good job of it the way it looked about 4 or 5 rounds ago.
This is round 9, scheduled for 12. Manny Pacquiao, the only 8th division champion in boxing history. He's held 12 titles. Keith Thurman, the WBA Super Welterweight Champion, working to defend his belt for the 4th time.
Nice right hand by Thurman. He shouldn't be giving up any ground. He should be pressing this fight right now and making Pacquiao back up.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Even if Pacquiao comes at him, he shouldn't back up. He should be slipping and blocking. And being there, Pacquiao will be closer for the counter. But to take a step back, well, there was a nice little step back and a counter, but it fell short.
Thurman said in the first quarter, he said he looks at the fight in 3 quarters. So the first quarter went by, he would decide on what he would do for the next 2 quarters. What do you think he's going to do, Joe?
Well, I think he should be doing what has been successful. It's been winning in rounds, and that's put pressure on and taking it to Manny, pinning him up against the ropes and throwing combinations. That's what's been winning in the rounds. Backing up has not been winning in the rounds.
Thurman knocked down by Pacquiao late in round 1. 1 minute remaining in this 9th round.
See, he took a chance right there, went in there and threw a nice 4 or 5 punch combination and landed him. That's scoring points. That's winning. That's going to win the round for you on the judges' scorecards if you do that often enough. Good right hand by Thurman right there.
Nice combination by Thurman and a right hook.
He landed a right hand and a good hook. See?
Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
See, Manny knows one thing. when he loses a set, a combination set, that he's got to get it back and even it up on the judges' scorecards. And that's what he's doing right now.
Good right to the body by Keith Thurman and uppercut at the same time.
I think Thurman pulled that round out.
Let's check back in with Chris Myers. Chris.
Kenny, the counter-punching has been outstanding for these two warriors, and that knockdown in the opening round, that was only the second time in the career of Keith Thurman that he was knocked down. This is his 30th pro fight, but Thurman has come on.
Yeah.
We said 7th round he'd make a strike.
All right, thanks, Chris. Thurman did land a fight-high 26 punches in round 9. Both Pacquiao and Thurman have gone the distance in most of their recent fights. Pacquiao in 8 of his last 9, Thurman in 5 of his last 6. This is round 10, scheduled for 12.
Well, here we go. So, punch high for Thurman in that last round. He's got Pacquiao backing up. Look, I mean, it's bound to happen. I mean, maybe the age is catching up right now with Pacquiao these last couple of rounds, and Thurman's youth is paying off for him. Because he looks the more fresh right now. You just can't ever underestimate Pacquiao. He can hurt you at any time. But Thurman was taking the play away from him the last couple of rounds, and he's got to keep doing like that. He's the one landing punches right now.
Yeah, he's got to get Pacquiao thinking about defense, not offense.
That's right.
Again, we check in with our unofficial scorer, Marcos Villegas.
Kenny, Keith Thurman has been doing a very good job of scoring with his jab. We saw the last round he won that, and it's because I felt he worked the jab, was able to keep Manny at the distance and keep him occupied, keep him thinking so he can't launch his offense. Right now, I have it 86 to 84 Manny Pacquiao, but it's tightening up.
All right, so Marcos has awarded Thurman 3 of the last 4 rounds. Look at the total jabs landed and thrown. Pacquiao 23%, Thurman at just 14%.
Well, I don't disagree with those numbers because Pacquiao, wherever he goes, he's always flicking out his right hand. That always precedes, and oh boy, there's a headbutt. Either that or a punch, but it may have been a headbutt. I missed it.
Oh.
Now Kenny Bayless will step in between the fighters.
But see, Thurman kind of did himself a disservice. He let Pacquiao come in and take control of this round right from the beginning. He went backwards. There's another headbutt right there as Thurman threw that right uppercut to the belly of Pacquiao. But Pacquiao's got Thurman on the run right now, and he's got him hurt in a way that he's flinching a little bit. But here comes Thurman with a good left hook.
Another right. Follow up the left hook with a right hook to the face of Pacquiao.
Thurman's putting his head down for some reason. I don't know if he's got a rib shot or he's got a pain in his body or something.
Yeah, that body language, that's what I was talking about earlier. There's something that's bothering him right now. Ten seconds. And Thurman's giving up ground. That's not... Okay, there you go. But again, Pacquiao stepped back and got out of the way.
112 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. And judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham, sees it 115 to 112 in favor of the winner. Boxing's pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, the one and only current WBA welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao!
Manny Pacquiao, the winner in a split decision. Keith Thurman suffers the first defeat of his career. Back upstairs to Chris Myers.
Well, we saw a tremendous high energy energy, non-stop action fight that went the distance, that went in favor of Manny Pacquiao with Deontay Wilder.
This guy's a freak of nature with his speed. His footwork won him the fight today.
Yes.
His footwork was the key.
This was a historic, classic performance when you think about a fighter at this age taking on, and Thurman had the early knockdown but withstood. Now, when Thurman stopped fighting and started to box, he made it a little bit of a closer bout.
Most definitely, just Thurman, after that knockdown, I think that was a bit of a surprise for him, being that Pacquiao, the big factor here is the youth, the age, and we was all up into that. And Thurman, I think he overlooked that too much. He was too confident that he was just gonna go in and just swipe a legend out like this, and he was sadly mistaken.
Pacquiao clearly landed more effective punches, and when Thurman did hit, he did have that right hand late, but it seemed like Manny just responded.
Yeah, Manny knew that. That's a big punch from Keith. And Manny, Manny's got a great chin, obviously, and responded well. And every time he got hit, he'd come back with 2 or 3. I tell you, Manny's footwork and his speed gave Keith headaches. Keith never expected that.
Yeah. So Manny Pacquiao, he takes out one time and stiff arms Father Time to keep on fighting. He's the all-time. Let's go back to Kenny.
All right, thanks very much, Chris. 62nd career victory for Manny Pacquiao in his 71st pro bout. Only his second win via split decision. His first back in 2008 over Juan Marquez here in Las Vegas. To Heidi Andro.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Well, Manny, all week you told us that you wanted to prove that you could still do it at 40 years old. Well, you certainly did that here tonight. You were smiling. How fun was this fight for you?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I'm getting hard for my opponent because he's not an easy opponent. He's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. So he's strong.
I know you had a lot of was chanting Manny, Manny, Manny all night long. How much did you draw from this?
The fans, I really love the fans. Thank you so much for coming here and witness the fight. I'm sure you're happy tonight because you see a good fight. Even though Thurman he lost, but he did his best. I mean, he's not easy opponent. He's a good boxer. He's strong, and I mean, I think I just blessed tonight.
You haven't fought 3 times in 1 year since 2000. Staples Center, September 28th. It's Errol Spence, Sean Porter, potentially the winner of that fight.
Yeah, I hope I can watch that fight. I'm going there to witness the fight.
Well, congratulations on an amazing win here at the MGM at 40 years old. You still got it, Manny Pacquiao. All right, standing to my left, Keith, you lost the 0 tonight, but you did so in spectacular fashion. When you heard the split decision, what was going through your mind?
I knew it was too close. He got the knockdown, so he had momentum in round 1. I want to thank the fans. I want to thank everybody coming out. This was a beautiful night of boxing. Manny Pacquiao is a truly great, legendary champion. Oh, Senator, great as ye, oh, Senator. I promised I'd say that if he won tonight, and he did. He got the victory over me. I wish I had a little bit more output.
Now, the first to win widely recognized versions of the 147-pound title 4 different times in his career. So Pacquiao victorious. Split decision, Lennox. Were you surprised by that?
It's fair. But Pacquiao was really leading the way. Thurman didn't have no answer for the footwork. Simple as that. And I think, when you look at the fight and how he would have fought the fight, he needed to factor that in to what he needed to do.
And Joe, Thurman acknowledged that Pacquiao was just a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger than he was tonight.
No, exactly right. He said he was a little bit ahead of me on the punches, a little bit ahead of me on the conditioning, and that he learned a big lesson. Look, I was giving the edge, in thinking, of course, ahead of this fight, that Thurman would have the youth on his side, especially down the end. But to tell you the truth, Pacquiao, I think, surprised, except for the most ardent fans, he surprised a lot of people, including myself, I'll never ever look to Pacquiao as an old guy again. He's just an amazing person, and it was a tremendous.
He was off for a couple of years, had a couple of injuries, came back with one fight. Now this is his second fight after the comeback, and he did look a bit rusty in the first fight when he came back.
Pacquiao, the first all-time to win a widely recognized world title as a teenager and as a 40-year-old. He joins George Foreman as the only man to hold titles 20-plus years apart.
Yeah, this is like when you look at these two guys, you can never tell that one guy's 10 years ahead.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Look, you'll never see this again in our lifetime. We'll never see a guy that was 40 years old that could do something like this. Look at this knockdown at the beginning. Oh, well, here it comes right here. Right there. I mean, look how fast those two punches came. That left hand down to the body and the right hook.
I would love to see if, Manny stepped on his foot when he was punching him at that point, because it definitely looked like it.
No, well, I think
Listen to anybody who says that you gotta change. You already got that magic, and that's what blows me away.